Welcome back to the Meaning of Hyo Jeong. I'm Tyler Hendricks. This is session 4. Satan calls God's vision a fantasy. God's blessing of Adam and Eve cast a powerful vision. Be fruitful. Engrave the word in your heart. Multiply. Have the comfort of a loving spouse, the hope of loving children and grandchildren, filling the earth for generations unto eternity. Govern the created order in a cosmic harmony. Satan calls that a fantasy. But God planted this design in our hearts, and it can never be erased. Even Hugh Hefner, publisher of Playboy magazine, affirmed that true and loving marriage is the ideal. He justified his life by saying that the ideal is not possible. It's just a fantasy. Abraham believed his descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the sky. Sarah laughed until she bore Isaac. Moses proclaimed the promised land. Pharaoh called it a fantasy until the Red Sea parted. Jesus proclaimed the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Judas called it a fantasy until Jesus shed his blood on the cross. In 1957, in Korea, my cousin, by marriage, accepted True Father Moon's teachings. They answered all his questions. But he didn't follow because Reverend Moon's vision seemed to him unrealistic, unbelievable, a fantasy. In 1981, I was getting a PhD in religion. One Sunday morning, I found myself listening to True Father at Belvedere. In the middle of his speech, I recall as clear as a bell saying to myself, "This man lives in a fantasy world." Father Moon was proclaiming that he and his wife are the true parents who have brought forth the true family and God's nation. Cheongpyeong is at hand. Mother Moon proclaims Cheongpyeong, that it is alive with a filial heart for Heavenly Parent. Yes, it could appear as a fantasy, but it's not. It is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. My cousin changed as he watched history unfold. He is now the proud grandfather of a 3-generation blessed family. Standing there at Belvedere, I decided, I'll take Father's fantasy world over this world in a heartbeat. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to sharing our next session with you.